brought the ladder back. It's just... I'm excited about this one. Okay, so I am ending up with way too many palettes, but it's not too many because I'm going to use them all. This one was a gift from my father. He made it for me. And I love its natural tones, and it's got 10 options, and 10 is a great number for a limited palette. I've already figured out which 10 I want. I'm gonna fill it up and then I'll swatch it for you. Show you how I make a limited 10 color palette. These are my choices. Quinacridone Gold, Pyrrole Scarlet, Quinacridone Magenta by Holbein. And then we go Undersea Green. I was also on the fence with Sap Green, but I think this will be fun. I did some mixes with it down here just to make sure I get a variety of greens with the Quinacridone Gold. And then I've got that green, but I've also got... Oh, I'm not going to do Ultramarine Deep. I decided I wanted... Where is it? Where is the Cerulean? I think I'm going to do Cerulean Blue Chromium instead. I'm going to do blue, purple, Pompeii Red, Indian Red, and Indigo. Is that the order I want them in? Should I do the indigo over here? Or do it like that? Sure. Often I like to have my darkest color on the end, but I think it goes with the blues, and I'll know which one it is. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just fill this thing up. Paper because it works a lot better than the Cotty paper, the handmade stuff. I really love this paper. It's from the Paul Rubens, and yeah, you didn't see any of that swatching I did before. It's from the Paul Rubens Sketchbook, and it's 100% cotton. It's really nice color saturation. I just use it for colors because I don't like the perforation and the way that it kind of, I don't know. It's not my, like, I want to like paint a picture in it, but I do want to paint on this paper. So we will start with our Quinacridone Gold. I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to do like two versions. I'm going to do a dark version, and then I'm going to do a lighter version. I really like doing that because you kind of see a little bit more of what you have. Let's see, I've got, I can do my Pyrrole Scarlet here. So I'm going to do, again, a really mass tone dark version. I'm just going to wet my brush and do a watered down version. So you just to give you an idea of the different personalities of a color. See how crisp the Quinacridone Gold looks when it's more watered down, and Quinacridone Magenta, how dark of a color this can be. Versus, I picked up some purple from the water, but this paper is just so nice. I have a little bit too much water in that, but it's probably not going to cauliflower because it's really nice paper. Okay, then we go to Undersea Green. going to show you what it looks like when it's really, really dark. It's a convenience color. It is a mixture of a few different, I think it's 3 pigments, which is the same as Daniel Smith's Sap Green is also 3 pigments. But it's kind of just an olive type color, but with just a little bit more depth to it. So my circles are not perfect, but you get the idea. Then we go for, I'm just going to use the ones I have that are dry. This, look at how opaque that is. That's why you see people that like draw like a black line on their page before they swatch stuff. So you can see whether or not you can see through the color, but I didn't do that. I just couldn't be bothered. All right, and then we're gonna go on to Cerulean Blue Chromium. And there was a point where I probably could have told you the difference between regular cerulean blue and cerulean blue chromium, but today is not that day, so I apologize. So I clean off my brush and I dry off my brush when I see that there's enough paint on the page, so that then I can just use a dry brush and spread it around and not add more water or more pigment where I didn't want it or need it. So we're going to Indigo next. I think I'm going to be really happy with this selection. Another really dark color. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily opaque. I would just say it's a dark color, so it's harder to see through it. And a nice light blue as well. It's kind of in lieu of having a burnt or an ultramarine blue. They're not related. This has the undertone of End and Throne, so I don't usually use any of those colors straight anyway, so we'll just add manganese violet, and the real question is, how do these mix together? And those are things I've been testing out for a long time. So I know, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a fun mixture, fun collection. And then we're going to go for our Pompeii red. Nice and dark. Look how dark that color can be. You get lots of pigment on there. And it's really in these watered down versions. The thinner versions, you can see what's granulating. So see the difference between like a really smooth, non-granulating color and those that do granulate. And then Indian red last and not least. See how different that is from the burnt sienna, the Pompeii red. Another opaque color, but look at how pretty this pink is. So I like being able to get that pink. I really like that pink as a sky color, so that might sound a little bit different, but let me show you why I chose some of these colors. So I'm going to do this cobalt teal blue, and I'm going to mix in, let's just mix in a little bit of the indigo, and then I'm going to mix in the Pompeii red. And I just love this kind of forest green that you can kind of get. And then you'll see the granulation when it dries. Another fun mix, I think, is going to be the manganese violet. I have it on this here. I've used to, I still do, but I'm letting this manganese violet kind of take over my quinacridone purple slot for a little while. That's like a nice earthy little mixture there. Let's try out, do this cobalt teal again. And let's mix it with a red. So let's see what happens when I add a little bit of the Ryalls Scarlet to it. Ooh, unusual. Can you see that, or is there a glare? So look, it just goes to show you don't really need a gray. Like, I've got plenty of color in here to cause some gray tones. Let's see if I can get a really bright purple with the cobalt teal, no, cobalt blue green, and the quinacridone magenta. Let's see. Whoa. That's different. Actually, I'm gonna leave that. I kind of wanted to mix it a little bit more, but I'll leave it. Sort of wanted to add like a dash of yellow over here. Ooh, I don't know why I wanted to, but I did. Yellow's really strong in comparison. Did you see how it just like leapt through that paint? So that's pretty cool. Let's do another green mix here. I'll just do my basic quinacridone gold with the what you call it? Cerulean blue chromium. Nice and earthy. If you wanted to make it even more earthy, just dab a little bit of your burnt sienna. You could also do that with the Pompeii red could be a fun, no, not Pompeii red. I meant to say with Ryalls Scarlet. Can you tell I'm a little bit tired? It's probably bedtime. If I'm using lights, it means I should probably go to bed soon. And let's mix our Indian red with, let's see, what could be a fun Indian red and cerulean blue chromium. Ooh, oh, that's really pretty. Gonna water it out just a little bit. And I've just been mixing these on the page and not on the palette, as you can see. So I think we've got a really fun, moody sort of palette here. This quinacridone magenta is very strong, but you just knock it down. You get like yourself a nice earthy, fiery orange. Which is going to be different than the orange you get with the Ryalls Scarlet and yellow. See how that one's a little more crisp because this one has like a dash of blue. You know, it's a cooler pink, polar red, so it kind of leans blue, purple. So we got some good variety: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Let's look at what our indigo and our quinacridone gold do, just in case you were wondering. So it's a little bit similar to Undersea, but so I could have done without it, but it's gonna be different enough. It'll be fine, because I'll really kind of use this one as like a fast, quick kind of knock it yellow, knock it blue, green, conveniently. This I'm really going to use to kind of deepen some things up and get myself some nice deep values quickly. So I think I'm pretty good with that. I think that's all I've got for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to show you this in use and show you how I use this palette alone to create a scene. Wouldn't it be lovely, like, if I did paint a scene from these colors? I'll do that in another video. So for now, that's all. Bye-bye.